Good evening, everybody. I don't know what time everybody came in, but let me greet everybody. If y'all still here, hello KW, hello Room Shaker, big old Miss K, and of course the lovely Miss Roz. Give everybody a few minutes to come in while I get myself prepared. Rest. Hey, Dragon. Hey, Ari. Thanks for coming by. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share, do whatever, and do whatever. Let's just get myself prepared. Day Dalquan, my teddy bear has arrived. Hello, Lush Leggings. I'm just getting everything prepared, so please bear with me. Let me turn this off and let me get to why I made this live. Now, just hey, African goddess. Okay, just so everybody knows, and I'm sure there are countless content creators has also did a video on it and shared their opinions. It's about this lady named Carly. I think her name is Carlisha Hood and her 14-year-old son, who they have the charges has been dropped for the shooting death of the man who had assaulted her in a restaurant. I want to know now. I have questions about that, and let me tell you why. Okay, picture this: you're going to the restaurant, minding your own business. You want to, and I think it was a hot dog stand, if I'm not mistaken, in Chicago. And I don't know whether there was fighting over a turn on fighting over like maybe she cut the line or maybe he cut the line. I don't know what was going on, but an argument ensued, and they seemed to be going back and forth. Now, apparently, the man could this guy. I wouldn't call him a man because I mean, I don't consider a man that constantly beats up on a woman, but that's neither here or there. Apparently, he didn't like what she was saying. Maybe he didn't like he wasn't used to the fact of women challenging him verbally or whatever. And he keep telling her, she keeps telling her, go get your food, and this, that, and the other. And I don't know what she said, but she didn't wasn't seem to be threatening him or anything like that. Hi, Rob Zilla. So he proceed on telling her, and I quote, "If you say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out. I swear on my grandmother, I'm going to knock you out." Hey, Blue Rain. And she keeps talking, not threatening to punch him in the face or this, that, and the other, but she kept talking. And he stows off on her. He just hauled off and commenced of punching her in the face 3 times. Son comes in and witnessed this, and he pulls out his piece and proceeds into letting off bullets on him and ended his life. Now, a lot of people have mixed feelings about this. Some people say, well, her son, she shouldn't have got her son to do that, but there was no proof of the mother telling her son to do any of this stuff. It's been alleged, but there was no obviously was no proof. The charge has been dropped. So I this what my thoughts is. All of this could have been avoided if the onlookers had stepped in and said, "Come on, dude, calm down. You gonna let a lady make you get you out your pocket and may have you jump out the window like that? Calm down. Just go on ahead and get your hot dog, and you and your lady going on your way." Somebody should have did something. Somebody, and that man life could have been saved, and the lady, everybody would have went home and mind their business. And it's unfortunate, and it's unfortunate that the man had to end his life. I mean, the man life had to end like that, but he should not have been putting his hands on that woman, especially not in the witness of the woman's son, because you don't know what's going to happen. Let me see if I could find that clip. And I want to ask you guys, how would y'all would have felt if you was in that 14 picture, you being the 14-year-old child, and you witnessing your mother or your sister getting punched constantly by a man. And I'm not and I'm your natural instinct would be get on protective mode. Yep, that part, Blue Rain. Nobody touches my mom, period. And I feel the same way about my mom, my sister, my daughter. I would put my life on the line for my family. I would get I would get a baseball bat. I would get whatever I could put my hands on to stop that person. But now it's a lot of mixed feelings. It's a lot of uproars. It's crazy. Now I don't know what y'all have. I mean, put the link down, but it's not gonna be very long because I wasn't all that prepared. You know, I didn't get all my information on time because you know when you're working and you come home and you're tired. But I said, you know what? I did. Yes, I sure did. Yeah, I sure hope that Mama gets that young man some counseling because he's going to need it. You know what, African goddess? You're absolutely right. And you know what? I think they need to go, if they can, they need to pack up and leave Chicago ASAP because, baby, Chicago, if I know, I haven't been in Chicago since I was 8, but I do know about how Chicago is. Them people believe in payback no matter what circumstances. I would I would say, you know what? Let's pack up and just leave Chicago ASAP. I don't care where we go. We just have to get out of Chicago due to these circumstances. The charges are dropped, but a lot of people are angry about that man being unalive, even though he had put his hands on that woman just because over words. You know what I'm saying? I know I seem to be rambling off, but I'm just saying what's on my heart. And my heart goes out to that 14-year-old boy, to her son, having, because he did what he had to do to protect his mother. He did what he felt like he had to do. And I think she had an interview. She did an interview. I think I'm gonna go on ahead. If I can't find it right then and there, I'll probably go. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, and I'm gonna play her statement. Hopefully, I don't get flagged for it. But if I can find her statement, I'm gonna play it for y'all, and we probably gonna have an open discussion. I'm not gonna be on here long. Hey, E Love, you right. He shouldn't have put his hands on her. Period. That's you know what African goddess. You're right. And shout out to E Love too. I've heard her talk about that situation. And yes, we living in a crazy world. I also want to bring up about us black women and why men, particularly our own black men, feel the need to hurt. And I've heard a couple of the men say they want to unalive as many melanated women as possible. I mean, can you imagine that? And I want to know why. What is it about us that makes y'all hate us so bad that, and I'm not saying all black men are like that, but some of them, that y'all want to unalive us? That's crazy. And I've seen some sisters say crazy stuff about black men. Cause I remember when I was watching The Purge, and I enjoyed The Purge. The black sector had represented, and they showed up and showed out. But what really got me angry was, I think it was five or six men from the manosphere. I call them the Yagosphere, but that's neither here or there. Team up and dogpiled on three beautiful women that was on the purge, which was Lady Law, Skokahanis, and I Am Her. But then when real men came up and said, you ain't doing this, they fled. They ran like they just ran like track stars. And I think y'all need to, as far as the manosphere, y'all need to move man out of there and call yourselves cowards, because y'all a bunch of cowards that would team and dog pile on three women. It took six of y'all to do that. To me, that is that just that's a coward. Yeah, you're right. Black children are the most unprotected. You are absolutely right. And you know what? I did a video on that. I went live on that to say that how we are unprotected, and they had a movie about it. So I'm gonna share that too. I'm probably, if I could do it, my computer's been acting crazy for so long. Yes, black women and black children are the least protected, and it's sad. So we have to do what we got to do to protect ourselves, sisters, our beautiful melanated sisters. And I hate to have to come to that because I love my black brothers. I love my melanated brothers, and I don't want to go to war with them. But why do they want to go to war with us? It's not like the good old days. It's not like the good old days. Dude, we are not on that type of time. So please take that somewhere else. Yeah, let me go drop the link. Give me 1 minute. Oh my God. Sorry, my y'all. Please bear with me. My computer's been acting. My computer's been acting up lately, y'all. Just give me a minute. Why can't men be more like Juan? Let me put this thing up just in case because I don't want no Peter Pans up here. Okay, just a minute.
Hey,
Hey, Ela.
Sugarface. Hey, Sugarface.
How you doing, sweetheart?
I feel better now I'm talking to you and we having
Uh,
real life conversation.
oh yes, yes. You know
So,
what? Yeah, I had
go
to.
ahead. Mhm.
Yeah, I had to bring that up because.
I'm glad you did this
Hmm.
because like I've been wanting to talk about this. Like I have my own channel, but I don't know how to use StreamYard. Like I don't know what I'm doing and I don't have time for it right now. But I'm glad that I'm in a safe environment to talk about this with you. And
Okay.
hey to everybody in the chat.
Yes. Hey,
Um,
everyone.
yeah, um, is near and dear to my heart. Excuse me, because I live in Chicago, as you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, this incident was not too far from a couple of my family members,
Right.
and honestly, I'm sorry when you have to put a mutt down. You got to put a mutt down. I'm so happy that the mother and the son got released. and all charges dropped. They can never charge them again for anything.
Look at God. Look at
Look at
God.
God. Look at God. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. I'm listening.
So the lady took a little too long ordering her food. Literally, that's it.
Oh, that's what it was.
Hmm.
And that warrants that. Okay, I don't even want to get into it because I just made me angry. And
Yes, ma'am.
He couldn't wait a few minutes to get
He was getting smart with her. Why can't you hurry up? And she was like, wait, damn. Because it wasn't
exactly,
just an order for her and her child. She had family at the house.
exactly. She was ordering food for her family,
Exactly.
and if there's more than one person, I mean, I'm not gonna get all upset. I mean, if you can't wait to eat, go somewhere else and eat and get some food.
And another thing about the 14-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
yes, he did have it in his pocket because it's a very rough area
Yes.
where they were. He had it in his pocket for protection. This young
Yeah.
baby, now mind you, 14,
Honor
four,
student and everything. Yeah. An
honor
honor
student,
student.
never got in trouble, did not associate with gangs. Any of his friends that were gangbangers, he stopped being with them. His goal was to go to college. He wants to be Ivy League. So
That part.
obviously he wasn't about that shit.
Exactly. He
You know
did
what
what.
she said? She didn't call him. Her hand never moved from her purse. She held onto her purse in the video. And her son walked. I don't know what it was, but I think he felt something and got
Right.
out the car and he grabbed that thing in the glove compartment and walked and stood at the door. And the man at that time was that boy at that time, I can't call him a man, was yelling at her, threatening her at that time. And when he said, say another thing, she saw her son at the door and said, go back to the car. Go get back in the car. And that dude, he hit her in her head 5 times.
Why? Yeah, I remember that. Just kept hitting her.
He kept hitting her.
Oh, and this and here's the kicker.
Hmm.
I mean, it's bad. It's bad that he was beating her like that. But then what made it? What's the real kick? What's the real kicker? That
Nobody stepped in.
nobody stepped in and helped. And to top that
Nobody.
all off, his girlfriend was standing there, kiki, tee hee, and ha
Yeah,
ha,
she
and
thought it
cheering
was
him on.
funny.
She
She
thought
thought it was funny.
exactly. It was
And
all fun and games until that boy brought that gun, pulled out that gun, and
absolutely.
pulled out that gun and toe tagged him. It wasn't
Well,
funny then.
he hit him. He hit him twice.
Hmm.
Never once did his mother say, "Shoot him till he's unalived."
Right, right.
Not one time did she ever say that. She just ran and
Exactly,
grabbed her son and walked him to the car, ran to the car, and got in the car. Now, mind you, this lady just had 5 bang bangs up against her head. She's confused. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Yep. She should. I know she. I mean, getting hit in the head is gonna make you confused and delirious.
Absolutely. And you know what, African Goddess? I'm glad you said that because later information was that he hit his girlfriend, he hit his baby's mothers, he hit his own mother. This lady that was abused had never had a police record. She's never done anything wrong. She actually worked for a very reputable company here in Chicago. Her
Right.
son, again, is on honor roll. Never been in trouble a day in their lives. She already had her FOID card. She was waiting on her license to come through and be finalized so that, her conceal and carry. Because you got to have a FOID here, and you have to have a conceal and carry, and you have to have insurance for that weapon.
Right.
And that means it'll be registered. So that's why I just stayed in the glove compartment. And the son instinctively knew something was wrong, and
Yes,
he grabbed it anyway.
he had that feel. He had that gut feeling that something wrong. Remember, she was in
Mhm.
Chicago. They are in Chicago.
Honey, I'm here. I know.
Exactly.
I don't go to that area, and now it's gotten so bad I can't go to even where I'm from. I have to stay in the burbs, and even in the burbs, I have to stay safe.
Exactly. That's why sometimes, like when I feel have that craving,
Yeah,
either I wait in the daytime and gets me something to eat,
yeah,
or I just order it from Uber Eats or something like that.
that's your safest bet, and you're not even
That's
safe with Uber Eats. You better have a bat at the door with you.
that's true. It's crazy. It's
It's
crazy
crazy.
everywhere you go. To be honest,
I'm
not
just
just in
happy.
Chicago.
Oh yeah, it's everywhere. But I'm
Exactly.
I'm I'm happy they both got off, and I hope the hell she sues the fuck out of the police officers that arrested her. That attorney, that the what is it called? I can't remember. I'm sorry. The person that was trying to put charges on her and her baby. The DA got the tape that we all see now and showed
Right.
proof. There's absolutely nothing that this lady did or said. And thank God that restaurant had voice recording video.
You know what? Look at God.
Yeah,
Look at God. See, God shows up and shows out. And you
show
know what?
did.
That
Mm.
man being unalive, that was karma. That was
All the things
karma.
that this dude did, when I tell you they ran down all the stuff this dude did to people, and especially females. If
Mm,
you can punch your mother multiple times, you do that to anybody.
You know, the Bible says
Mhm.
respect your parents and your life will be long.
Your life will be long. Yes, ma'am.
Respect your parents.
Yes, ma'am.
I guess that man didn't read the memo because yes, just like you said, and just like the record has said, that Jackie said he abused every woman in his life,
Every
including his
woman,
mother.
including his mother. It was several times the CPD had to come out to their house for DV from him against his mother.
Exactly.
And now this lady and her honor roll student son
Hmm.
has to pack up their lives and get the hell out of Chicago so they can live and be safe. Cause
I
now
would.
their
I
family
would.
is trying now their family is trying to retaliate physically against them. They ain't bother nobody.
Exactly. Well, you know what? They should have taught that man to keep his hands to himself, and they wouldn't have that problem.
Well, let's make a correction, Miss Raz. A man would never do that.
Okay, I'm gonna say they should
That
have made
boy,
that boy that, well, I wouldn't call him boy. Yeah, I think to me he's an animal.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So now she is trying to get the hell out of Chicago, her baby. Now, this might mess with his school year. He didn't even graduate. He got one more year. Like he what 14? He got 2 more years.
Right.
So now he's gonna have to transfer all his schoolwork
And start all over again
and
from
start
scratch.
all over again.
You know what?
That
If I
thing
had
destroyed her and his daddy, because the lady is married
hmm
to his father. She ain't a baby mama.
nope. You know what?
She got a whole family.
If I had the power, I would set up a GoFundMe for that lady and that for
I
that 14-year-old boy. I would set up a GoFundMe for
Well, I
them.
don't know if you heard, but Nicki Minaj, and I'm not a fan, not a fan. But
hmm
Nicki Minaj said when he graduates high school, whatever college he wants to go to, she's paying all 4 years.
Look at God.
You see what
Look
I'm
at
saying?
God.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, Miss Raz, if you don't mind me, I want to say something else.
Okay.
Do you realize we have two active serial killers, illers here in Chicago?
Two active serial killers.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. I heard somebody else
We
talk.
have we have one on the north side that's targeting men, and we have one on the west and south and central side of Chicago that's taking out young black women, little
Wow.
girls, and little boys. Kidnapping them, snatching them off the street, and next thing you know, their body is showing up in Lake Michigan.
That's
That's
sad.
why I would never go to the beach, because that's dead water.
Can't go
That's
no. It's summertime, and you literally can't go anywhere because of
hmm
that.
And the crazy thing is, we had a vigil a couple of years ago about a couple of young ladies that it was six, and they would find them either they were found in Lake Michigan or they were found in alley dumpsters. And they tried to say that they were prostitutes. Whether they were prostitutes or not, that was a life. That was still a human being. It's still a
Exactly.
woman. Now, you can't tell me a 14-year-old girl with backpacks and school clothes on found in a damn dumpster is a prostitute. You can't tell me.
Mm-mm. You know what? They think we're stupid. That's the
They
thing.
do.
They think we were born yesterday.
No, what they do is they do that gaslighting bullshit. So when you say, "Hey, I stubbed my toe," and they tell you, "No, you didn't stub your toe. You know what? You probably got an ingrown toenail." And you go and tell another person, "Hey, I stubbed my toe." Nah, you probably have an ingrown
Oh, okay.
toenail.
That's a gaslighting. Yeah, you're
That's
right.
gaslighting.
Gaslighting. And
And
they go.
then they further gaslight you by saying, "Oh, they were prostitutes or drug addicts." And it is insulting to our intelligence because every black woman, child, are not prostitutes or drug
Exactly.
addicts. There are a few, but that's not the whole.
Exactly. I mean, you mean to tell me that a child who have on her uniform, a book bag, and regular shoes coming from school is
Yeah,
prostitute? Really?
you.
I mean,
They
if I was the
tried. They
parent,
tried it,
if I was the parent, I would sue the heart and soul out of them
but
because
here's the
they're putting the wrong
problem.
jacket on them.
Here's the problem. You got a lot of these lawyers that are working for the man. When it comes to black women and black children, You ever seen that you ever seen that picture of a black girl, beautiful black girl crying and a white hand was covering her mouth?
I think you know what, I've seen that back in 2018, and
Maybe
I think I
you
have a
might have
picture.
seen it on my Instagram too, because I posted it
I've
before.
seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. I think I've seen it before.
Yes, ma'am. So that to me is exactly what happens when we are trying to explain or talk about real life things that are harming our people, our women, our children. That white hand cover your mouth,
I
try to
s-
silence you.
Hey
You hear what
Nisa.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I
Hey,
hear exactly what you're.
Nisa. And it's not even about selling out to the system, sister. It's really about us getting, listen, those of us that can survive and make it, we are the ones that have to get into the system.
Right.
Meaning, become a town hall representative, become a junior a senator. Get in, get in there. Because the more
Exactly.
of us that get in there, the better it'll be for us. But right now, they ain't listening. They ain't listening.
We need to vote. We need to get out there and vote.
But you know what, baby? Voting ain't even helping. It's not helping. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. I ain't going to no goddamn Africa. I don't know nothing about Africa.
Exactly. I don't. I
They
mean,
have an
I
uprising there right now.
yes, Africa has more problems out there than we do here in America.
Tell the truth now. Go ahead now. Speak that. That's right, African goddess. I love you, queen. Make changes from within. I just saw a fucking video. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm angry. I'm in a very bad mood today. Okay. So I'm trying to be as kind and calm as possible. Okay. I just seen a damn video feed from this weekend.
Hmm.
These nothing but black kids, teenagers, 15, 16, 17, 18, up north. They took over a whole damn town, a whole like 6 city blocks, and it was thousands of them twerking on cars, damaging people's actual cars, busting out windows in store shops, fronts,
Wow, that is crazy.
unruly. They
And
arrested a 15-year-old girl,
what about the
but
rest of them?
they ran, they scattered. My thing is, I'm about to cry. I'm really upset about that. You know what I was doing in the 80s and early 90s as a teenager? We had a teenage club at the village.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The rec center.
Uh
They
huh.
would have a party for teenagers at rec center. It closed down at 9 o'clock. If you didn't want to go home, we had a special diner that we go to, eat our food, then we took our ass home. But most of us had what? A curfew.
Had curfews. Being home before a certain time.
Exactly. I never in my mind would have thought that our other generation of children would do this.
Exactly. We had fun. We had curfews. You can still have fun.
Absolutely. You've seen that video, African Goddess. You know what I'm talking about. When I tell you this shit hurt my spirit, I have nieces and nephews, thank God they're in their 30s and 40s.
Mm-mm.
Even they didn't cut up like that.
Exactly. And I mean, my son and my daughters didn't cut up like that. I mean, they had their moments, but they
Yeah.
wasn't acting like that. They wasn't that rowdy.
And you know what? What African goddess said, social media is messing them up. Listen, I was born in a generation just like you, African goddess. When the street lights come on, you have your ass on that porch.
Exactly.
We didn't have video like social media and all that shit back then.
Hell,
We had three cable channels when cable came out, if you could get cable,
right.
right? But in real life, regular TV, remember when TV would go off
Exactly.
and at 10 o'clock, TV would go off for everybody. You get the static, and then you had the Pledge of Allegiance song, and your
Exactly.
ass go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we had cable, we had on TV and Spectravision. Am I lying?
No, you're on the money. We had I think we had what do you call it? When we had cable, I think we had damn, I keep forgetting. It'll come back to me soon.
It was only two channels when we had cable, when we got cable for the first time. It was on TV and it was Spectravision.
Right.
That's it. And
Mm-hmm.
even that went off at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. And then they started adding more channels like Nickelodeon,
Exactly. And we
stuff
had
like that.
wholesome, we had good TV shows.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Me and my daddy on Friday night, honey, me and my daddy had date night in the front room. My mama be cooking and she like, all right, y'all, the food is ready. I'm going out with my girlfriends. My daddy say bye. And we got our popcorn and we watch uh uh oh shit. Love Boat,
Oh, I
uh
love the Love Boat.
Three's Company. And then we finally got black TV shows. That's My Mama. Remember that?
That's my mama. What's happening?
The Jeffersons,
Yeah, the Jeffersons, Good
and
Times.
then Good Times, and then we got the Cosby Show in the late
Mm.
'80s.
Oh, check this out. In the morning
Mm-hmm.
time, on Saturday morning, after the
Yes,
cartoon go off, and after Fat Albert go off,
yep,
Soul Train. And as a kid, I was
baby,
dancing. Oh, and don't let the Jackson 5 come. Oh my
baby.
fucking God.
Now, see,
And
I
I was a
remember
baby
Soul
then.
Train. I'm gonna tell you something, baby. I remember Soul Train when Soul Train first aired. They were here in Chicago, and my sister used to be a Soul Train dancer.
Mm,
She stayed with them until they moved to California in 1987, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember. And I
No,
mean,
1987.
from when I was 3 years old all the way up until my adulthood.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
one of the I remember one of the memorable Soul Train moments when New Edition first came out.
Ooh, and they said, "Cool it now. You better cool it now. Ooh,
So
watch out."
what you?
You remember that?
Oh, oh my God! How can I forget?
Now then, hold on, sister. Hold on. Now, see, the first thing we did when we woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, because mama turned on the music, we had to
Mm,
clean the house.
yep, clean your room up.
Then
Then
we
you can
had our
watch TV.
then we
Hey,
nope. We cleaned the house, cleaned our room, ate breakfast. Then we can watch TV. Then we can go outside.
we had fun then. See, when we had structure, but we had fun too.
Absolutely. And then on Sunday, first thing I wake up to, church music. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of hearing Mahalia Jackson every Sunday. My mom play that damn church. We might not go to church every Sunday, but she play that damn Mahalia Jackson. And then I know it's time to get up, wash our face, get in the bathtub or take a shower, brush our teeth, do the dishes, clean the house and mop everything through, make your bedroom up, and then, obviously have breakfast. And then I could watch Samurai Sunday, the Kung Fu on Channel 11.
Hmm. I remember
Now, I
back in
don't know.
them
Y'all
days.
might not have Kung Fu Sunday over there.
Mm, I
But
mean, we
then
had.
we would go out, ride our bikes, be with our friend Child. We'd be three towns over. But we knew none of us had a watch. But we knew when that sun looked different, you better head your ass home because we all had to touch that front porch when the sun
Before.
went down, the street light come on.
Exactly.
And all our parents knew exactly where we were because all they had to do was look and see who had the most bikes in their front yard.
Hmm. Oh, and don't get me started. You call doing something you ain't got no business doing. Them switches, you would get a whooping by your neighbor, and then
Hell yeah.
when you got home, you got another whooping coming.
You damn right. I'm gonna tell you, it was a white lady. She was a German lady, and my family, man, listen, we come in all colors
Right.
for real. And
Mm,
I was convinced that this lady was my grandmother. You couldn't tell me shit. She knew me since I was 2.5 years old, all the way until I was a teenager when she passed away. And one day, I would call her Grandma Woods. That was my grandma. I didn't know her. I didn't even realize until I was a teenager that she wasn't even related to me. Every day, I would, because I was a latchkey kid. I would walk home with my friends. We walk down the street. I stop at her house. I do my homework, eat whatever cookies she made, and then she'll check my homework and she say, "Okay, it's 5 o'clock. It's time for you to go home." I said, "Okay," and then my mom and daddy be at home by then from work.
right.
One day I decided I want to walk the other way. And that lady got so upset and nervous, she called the police and the fire department. And she came down to the house. I opened the door. She said, "You made two mistakes. Come on down here. Get your book bag. Get on down here." And I go on down to her house and she whooped my ass. Okay.
Mm,
Made me
wow.
do my homework, then even made me eat cookies and send my ass home and told my mom and daddy he went the wrong way. And I whooped her ass. They said, "Okay." And I got another ass whooping. I was on punishment for a week and a half.
Yep. These parents back in them days don't. They didn't. The families. That's when they. What was it? That's when they had like. It was a village. It takes a
Yeah, it
village.
was a whole village.
The village to raise a child. You know.
Yes, ma'am. And yeah, I listen, I'm 50. I'll cuss your ass smooth the hell out. But I still say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir.
That part.
I
See, you
still
was
have
raised.
that respect because I was raised. I don't know
Exactly.
what the hell these little things is now.
Hmm.
I
What is it?
remember,
What do you call them? Gen X or
oh
Gen?
no, child, it's a whole nother thing. Uh,
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know, child. I
Because I
don't
know my
know.
kids are millennials,
Yeah, I
and
ain't
my
no millennial.
grandkids.
What
I'm
are
talking about
we?
our kids. Our kids. I
No, no,
think
no. But
we're.
what are we in our from 68 to 78? What are we?
I'm trying to
I
think.
can't remember us. Yeah, 68 to 78, if I'm not
Not
mistaken.
baby boomers, but it's
No,
something
no,
like
no.
Gen
We
O's or
after
something.
the baby boomers.
I think we're Gen O's or something.
No,
I'm not
I think we Gen X.
Gen X.
I think we are. Girl, I don't hell. I don't know.
I
But
have to
every
look.
generation, they all crazy. They get crazy and crazier.
Right. And I
But
had.
getting back to yes,
I'm
ma'am.
but when I look at it now, I said I don't remember getting this wild. Hell, I don't remember my kids being this
Never.
wild.
You know
It's
what?
sad.
I would be scared. if I wore a skirt too short, and my neighbor or my parents' friend would see me, hey, 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 pull that damn skirt down. Pull your pants up. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Go back in the
These
house and put a
people
jacket
now,
on.
that's right. Go put some clothes on.
Yep, get in the house and put on some more clothes.
Yeah. And we would do it.
Exactly. We'll
We
go
didn't
turn
talk
around.
bad. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
But you can't do that now. You might get shot.
Oh man, I saw some on I think it was, I forgot it was, I think it was on Facebook or something, where
Thank you,
these
African
young
goddess. Thank you. We're Gen X.
Gen
I'm
X,
sorry.
yes,
Go ahead.
Gen X.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was watching some on YouTube, not
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, but it was Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, prom had just passed, back in May, people going to the prom.
Mm-hmm.
Now the dress is so high you could almost see their vajayjays.
Now they damn near going naked with just a cloth around their butt.
I mean, on prom,
Yes.
pr- I'm like, really?
Yes. Listen, I had a prom dress. I ain't gonna tell you the year, cause shit, I'm already aged myself. But
Hmm.
mine came right above my knee, and all of us girls had to show our principal our prom dress. And they
Right,
told me my prom dress was too short. I said it's right above my knee. It's like an inch above my knee. They said no. So I had to take it to my auntie, who was a seamstress, and add a whole flowing bottom skirt to it.
right.
Yeah,
See, back in them days, people had, structure.
yeah.
Leave something to the imagination.
I have never, I've never known teenagers to cuss at their parents, fight their parents. If I ever heard like one girl I used to be really close friends with from grade school, and I heard her call her mama a bitch, and I stopped hanging with her. And my mama said, "Why you ain't going to hang out with so and so?" I said, "She said the B word to her mom." She said, "Oh hell no!" And she came over to my house and she said, "E, you better go and tell her." And I went on the front porch and said, "I can't be your friend no more." She said, "Why?" I said, "You said a bad word to your mama, and I was not raised to speak to my mother like that or any lady like that." And I said, "You got to go home. I can't be friends with you." I decided not to be friends with her because I was not okay with that. I
Exactly.
did the same thing to a friend of mine at that time that got pregnant in our junior year in high school. I couldn't be her friend no more because if you pregnant, that means you doing it. I was a virgin. I didn't. If I hang out with you, that means other people gonna think I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
So I was like, congratulations, but no, I can't kick it with you like that. Cause now you really can't hang out with me because you're gonna have a baby.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah,
know, Raz. These young people now is disappointing, it's sad, and something's gotta give.
exactly.
Cause this ain't good, honey. And then they are proving the others right when they call us the N-word and monkeys.
Exactly. And then this I want to bring out. How do you expect other races to respect us when we don't respect each other?
Yep. We don't respect ourselves. If you can't respect yourself, how you expect anybody else to respect you?
Yep, I had learned that too, and going through that I had learned a lot, and you know what? I'm actually proud of myself for the growth I've been, even, and I've been like doing shows like this actually helps me.
Well, good. I'm proud of you too.
Doing shows because there's so much is going on out here in the world, and I
Yeah.
want to share it with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else want to come up because I'm getting a little sleepy and Love.
Honey, I'm already in the bed. I'm about to
Yeah,
go to sleep myself.
yeah,
And when I say I'm in a bad mood, instead of me like being around people or hanging out or talking to people, like I'll talk to you. I did talk earlier today on YouTube, but we were just goofing around. But like you talking about something important to me, because this affects all of us melanated women.
exactly,
This is something important, and this is some real shit happening. I don't give a
exactly,
damn what's going on YouTube, what anybody got to say about anything on YouTube. But when it's affecting our real lives, yes, us women have to speak on it. And you have to
exactly.
do a show about these men that's doing that incel. Is that what they call it? That the people that hate women?
And yeah, that I think is I don't. I think it's
Incel.
um. I don't know what they call it. I know I was talking about that earlier about the manosphere,
Oh yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah. Them people.
the manosphere. But I don't call them manosphere. I call them Yagosphere because to me it's funny, but it's not funny
It's
because I
not
don't like
funny.
the way they be. Now I understand that y'all talking about the problems y'all have with black women, but the downright spew hate against them, saying that we should die and all this other
Oh
crazy
yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
saying
It's
that we're not
terrible.
real women, we're animals, we're machines, with this, that, and the other. Uh-uh.
What that other guy said, uh the transgenders are way better than black women. And you a black man that came from a
You
black
talking about
woman.
Jalen?
I'm not throwing names out there. I'm just saying. And he ain't the only one that think that way too.
That's sad.
And the
Whoever
thing
said that
is,
stuff is retarded.
it's stupid. And the other thing is, you come from a black woman. You got a grandmama that's black.
That part.
How can you look at them? You might have sisters that are black and aunties that are black. How can you look at them and say those things? I dare any one of them to say those things in front of their mother, their sisters, their aunties, their grandmamas. They won't do it.
They not. They
They
ain't gonna,
won't
they don't
do it.
want their mother. They don't want their mother. They'll say, "I said in front of your mom." I said, "No, you won't. You capping.
Yeah,
No, you
it's
won't. You ain't
sad.
gonna say that in
But
front of your mama."
anyway, Miss Rez, my eyes are giving heavy, baby.
Me too. Me
And I
too.
love you. I thank you so much for allowing me up here to have this conversation.
I love
And
you too, love.
oh, thank you. And I hope we had another one of these important conversations again. I like the way you going with your channel. I really am.
Hmm.
I'm if I could get, figure out this damn, stream yard, then I'll be all right. I could have my own conversation. I don't know what I'm doing over here.
Right. And I'm finna lay it down too. And I'm not probably gonna be around the YouTube streets being nosy and seeing what's going on with the goings on.
Yeah, be nosy, but I'm gonna stay in the clouds.
But I mean, I'll be in the clouds too. I'll be in some people's chat rooms and enjoying the
Yeah,
shows, but I stay in the
yeah.
clouds. But I enjoy
Well,
some most of these.
me too, but I love you.
I
I
love
hope
you
you have a
too.
good night's rest and you
You do the
protect
same.
yourself. You hear me?
I will.
All right. Good night to everybody in the chat. I love you. Mwah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, baby. Bye bye.
Good night. Good nighty, love.
Good night, sweetheart.
Hmm. Okay. Well, that's our show for tonight. I would like to thank Love for showing up and sharing which needs to be shared. And if there's anything else, I'm going to end this. I'm going to go ahead and end this. And you know, I'm going ahead and play a little music. And who the hell is James Gordon? Well, I'm finna go and play ending song and bid y'all good night. You know I'm going ahead and play it on my phone. Y'all bear with me. Let me go ahead and share it. Do a quick screen share and so I can play my music. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It kicked me off. Just, I mean, I was just ending it anyway. But I'm gonna still play y'all some music. Just give me a minute, and then I'm gonna end this. But once again, I want to thank Love for sharing what she was sharing and keeping me company up here. And thanks for everybody else for being here. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all chose. Yeah, I'm good now. It was something It was something wrong with the internet. But y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all chose to come here. And for that, I'm grateful. So yeah, y'all could I'm gonna leave this up. Y'all could like, watch the replay or whatever, and I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. And I'll be live. I'm probably gonna go live tomorrow, depending on how I feel. And we're gonna have more discussions and probably have a little fun. You know, just give me a minute. Let me go ahead. You know what? If I can't get this right again, I'll just go on ahead and just shut it down for now. My computer have been acting a little funny lately. Talking about you know what? I'm gonna try this tomorrow. Hopefully my computer be acting better. But y'all take care. I'll see y'all on this YouTube stream.